So similar to second problem, we are going to solve a double riveted lap joint. But the difference is in the previous problem, that is in the second problem, we have discussed about double riveted lap joint is of chain type, and in this session we are going to discuss about double riveted lap joint, and it is a kind of zigzag type. Now let us look into the question. Draw a sectional front view and top view of double riveted lap joint zigzag type when the thickness of plate is 16 mm. Calculate the diameter of the rivet and draw at least 2 or 3 rivet heads in each row of the top view. In this case, thickness of the plate is given as 16 mm. We are supposed to find out the diameter of the rivet. So we know the formula, that is D is equal to 6 times of root T. Substitute T value, that is D is equal to 6 root 16. Root of 16 is equal to 4. D is equal to 6 into 4. You will get the value as 24. So the diameter of the rivet should be 24. Now calculate the margin. Margin is equal to 1.5 times of diameter, and pitch is 3D, that is 3 into 24. Here diameter is 24, so instead of 18 substitute it as 24. And back pitch, that is the distance between two center lines, which is equal to 2 times of diameter. So 2 into 24 is 48 mm. So to start with the construction of rivets, as a first step, draw a vertical line. This is a double riveted lap joint and it is of chain type. All the steps will be same, but only thing in the top view we are going to do some minor changes. So consider a straight vertical line, and by considering the back pitch, that is 2 times of diameter, 2 into 24 is 48. Consider the distance of 48 mm and draw a second vertical line. These two lines help us in identifying the center line of the rivets. By considering these two center lines as a reference, consider the thickness of the plate now. That is, mark any point on the center line, that is on the top of the line, and measure 16 centimeter from that point and draw the one more point. This gives you the height of the rivet. Now after drawing this 16 mm, this 16 mm will help you to draw the plates. We have to draw two plates. Each plate is of 16 mm thickness. So you should draw 16 plus 16 as height of the rivet. So draw 12 on the left side and right side of the center vertical line. And in the same way, after drawing these lines, construct the rivet head. That is, after completion of the rivet body or shank, draw the rivet head. Now again we are going to make use of the formula 1.6 times of diameter. 1.6 times of 24. Draw a straight line at the extreme ends of this rivet body. From there again use the arc method or construct a rectangle. That is, here 1.60, it will be 0.7 times of diameter, 16.8. So instead of arc method, here I am going to explain you a rectangle method. Just complete this rectangle of 1.6D into 0.7D. After constructing this rectangle, identify a point on the center line and draw a semicircle. This will simplify the problem of drawing the rivet head. In the same way, you have to draw the rivet heads for both the rivets and on both the sides, on the top side as well as on the bottom side. You are going to make use of same method. After completing the rivet heads, now draw the plates. What is the thickness of the plate? Here 16 mm, that is 1.6 centimeter. Now draw a center horizontal line as a reference. Then consider 16 mm to the bottom of the horizontal line and above the horizontal line. It will help you in drawing the plates. And similar to our previous problems, one edge of the plate should be slant and other edge of the plate should be drawn with the help of a spontaneous curve. Now calculate the margin. To draw the plate, that is end of the plates, we have to consider margin, that is 1.5 times of diameter, that is 1.5 into 24, value is 36. So from the center point of one rivet to the edge of the plate should be 1.5 times of diameter. You can apply this margin on both sides of the rivets. I mean for the left rivet as well as for the right rivet, to identify the extreme edge or the slant edge of a plate. Now shade the plates with the help of diagonal lines. Please remember, you have to use diagonal lines, not the straight lines or horizontal lines, for shading purpose. So here we are highlighting the rivets and the edges of the plates or boundary of the plates as well as boundary of the rivets. So this completes the front view of a double riveted lap joint. Now I mark the dimensions, that is margin, back pitch and the thickness of the plate. Now let us look into the construction of the top view. For constructing the top view of the rivets, we have to show either 2 or 3 rivets in the top view. So extend these vertical lines, that is center vertical lines of the rivets, and also extend the lines or project the lines from the edges of the plates. If it is a slant edge of the plate, use straight lines. If it is a hypotenuse curve or the second edge of the plate, use spontaneous curve. To separate front view and top view, draw a XY line, that is a horizontal line. Now after considering this, draw a horizontal line on the top view. Now consider your back pitch, that 3D, and value is equal to 3 times of diameter. 24 into 3 is equal to 72. Now draw one more horizontal line by considering the distance between these two horizontal lines as 72. This is nothing but your back pitch. You are going to get the center of the two circles in the top view. Again, you have to draw one more horizontal line at 72 mm. This particular question statement is of zigzag type double rivets. So the rivet should be arranged in the form of zigzag, that is in the form of Z. So one center point you can consider on the first vertical line or the left vertical line. Then the circle on the second vertical line should be between these two points. Now observe the video. I am going to draw the inner and outer circles on the first vertical line as well as on the second vertical line. But the difference is, instead of considering 3 and 3, I am going to consider 2 circles on left vertical line and 1 circle on the right vertical line. Or else the second method is considering 3 circles on the left vertical line and 2 circles on the right vertical line. Question statement it is given, show at least 2 or 3 rivet heads. Now consider the diameter of the rivet head and draw the outer circle, and consider the diameter of the body and draw the inner circle with the help of a dashed line. So this is how you have to draw rivets in the form of zigzag manner. You can refer the textbook that is Machine Drawing by ND Bhatt for more problems. And here it is not always necessary that diameter should be 24 or 18 or 9. Based on the formula you can calculate and you can solve n number of problems. After completing the circles, you can mark the dimensions, that is your margin, diameter of the circles, as well as the pitch diameter and the transverse pitch. Here transverse pitch is the distance between the circles on two vertical lines. Instead of considering the same vertical lines, now calculate the diagonal distance or measure the diagonal distance, that is considering one circle on the left vertical line and the second circle on the right vertical line, that is your transverse pitch. After marking the dimensions, now complete the top view by drawing or by projecting the plate edges. Project the lines from the edges of the plate. If it is slant edge, project it with the help of continuous thin line. If it is a curved edge, use the curved lines. And join the bottom parts. completes the top view of the rivets. Here we have shown only 2 rivets in the top view because of the size of the page constraints. You can show 3 rivets if you are drawing it on the drawing sheet. For A4 size, you can show maximum, I think, 2 rivets, because here we are considering the thickness or the plate thickness as 16 mm and your values are changing from 9 to 24. It is not a problem to show 2 rivets.